And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
And both of these teams off to a good start, winning their first games in the NBA Cup.
And tonight is a huge one in this group. Remember, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. So if you can get out to a 2-0 start, plus have the tiebreaker, you're in business.
And the starting lineup for Miami, they've got Powell, Jaime Jaquez out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the 2. Now here's MP. Really played well against Orlando in his last game. Here's Larson. He's guarded by Bridges. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
And he quickly picks up his first foul. That's something to be aware of.
Mitchell against MP. Jacks up a 3. And Adebayo slams it in.
And that one's on the defense right there. If you let Adebayo get this close, he will punch it on you.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A great addition. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Now here's MP. Here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Towns has got his second basket on the night.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Outside Jaquez. Shoots over Hart. Jaquez. That's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's MP to the paint. Here's Towns. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Jaquez. Clock at 6. Ooh, a clear look for Powell. The Knicks with the rebound. And it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
Yeah, it's been impressive. And the question now is, who can figure out a way to stop these guys? Each time out, they're finding ways to win in every imaginable way.
Perry, the pass to Hart. New York needs to get off a shot here. Here's Bridges. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, that trip was going nowhere. Thankfully, McHale bailed them out.
Mitchell, the pass to Powell. Back to Mitchell. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And one of the things I love the most about Adebayo, he's a center who plays like one. He's not out here trying to take long jumpers. He wants the ball inside.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot. Guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Guys, back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. And Miami has possession after the basket by New York on the other end. It's Adebayo, high post. Over Towns, and Adebayo with the basket on the assist from Jaquez. Adebayo's got 6. And New York has possession. From deep, MP sinks the tray.
MP has an innate ability to just pull up and knock them down. Very impressive for a developing player.
Mitchell, the pass to Powell. Back to Mitchell. Powell, a screen on MP. Pass to Powell from downtown, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here's Jaquez. Here's Larson. He's guarded by Bridges. It's Adebayo, high post. fades and shoots. And it's Miami with another.
And occasionally, Adebayo used a jumper to set up the rest of his game offensively.
And here's MP from outside. Powell pulls it in. On the wing, Mitchell. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Knicks out in front. Here for New York. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Yabusele. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. And Perry is subbed in for McBride. Miami also changing it up. Powell, he's checked in for Fontecchio. Larson comes in for Smith. And Mitchell subbed in for Rozier. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's MP in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Mitchell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Here's Larson. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Knocks down the triple.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Robinson, a screen on Mitchell. MP, the pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Wow, MP really learning how to run that pick and roll. That was nice.
Heat trail by 8. Pass to Larson. Miami moving it around. Back to Mitchell. Here's Larson. The 3 is up. No good that time. MP outside. Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Perry, the pass to Towns. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Perry's got 7 assists in the game. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Larson. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, come on, BA. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
Heat trail by 11. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first half. Here's Brunson. Brunson brushes off the D.
I just love the ball.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So for the Knicks, Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson, and Mikal Bridges subbed in for Brunson. Miami also changing it up. Bam Adebayo comes in for Ware, and Jaime Jaquez is subbed in for Jovic. Grant, a little background on the NBA Cup tournament this game is part of. It traces its origins back to the WNBA Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, the WNBA was set to feature the in-season tournament in 2020, but the pandemic delayed that start until 2021. Since then, it's been a wild success, and the NBA decided to run one of their own.
Here's Powell. After the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Jaquez. Here's Larson. From deep, Mitchell. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Hart, the open shot. Good. And the assist goes to MP. And that's now 6 points for Josh Hart.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Here's Adebayo. Adebayo just cooking inside.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
From outside the arc. And it's Perry missing.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Pass to Larson. And here's Adebayo. He's covered by Hart. And Adebayo with the basket on the assist from Powell. Adebayo's got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's MP from outside. And so it's New York in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back.
Taking a look at New York, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the New York Knicks.
Their bench doesn't look...
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Bam Adebayo.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Setting the floor for Miami. We've got Mitchell. Jaime Jaquez out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard. Now here's Adebayo. The 3. And it's New York with a rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. And the defensive versatility of Bam Adebayo is special, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he can guard 1 through 5, and his offensive game is also versatile. Think about how far he's come since he was drafted. He is a testament to work ethic.
Pass to Larson. Now here's Jaquez. He's covered by Hart. Mitchell against MP. Let's go with a 3. Larson with the bucket. Larson's got 8.
If he gets that kind of space on the perimeter, you know it's going in.
MP scanning the floor. Fires the 3. And again, the Knicks missing.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Adebayo, that's good. He's got 14.
Well, he's been aggressive from the start, and as a result, it's all come together tonight for Bam offensively.
And here's MP from outside. Drills it from deep. And the Knicks lead by 11.
They finally got one to go, but not until they missed 3 straight to start the second half.
Here's Adebayo. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Towns a screen on Mitchell. MP the pass to Towns. And it goes! As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
Now here's Mitchell. No points so far. Powell outside. From behind the arc. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Here's Bridges. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And it's New York scoring again.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
Now here's Mitchell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Jaquez. Shot to stop the run. Mitchell misses.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Outside Anunoby. Now here's Hart. Now MP. 3-pointer. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
And that's his 2nd 3 of the half and his 5th overall, really lighting it up.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Brunson is subbed in for Hart. Miami also changing it up. Ware's checked in for Jaquez. And Fontecchio subbed in for Powell. Now here's Brunson. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Mitchell with the ball, covered by MP. Has to Ware. The three ball. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
Now here's MP. He's got 15. And a big finish by Robinson.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Ware. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's Brunson. The layup misses.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. New York out in front, opening up a huge... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connect.
Going with almost an entirely new group here. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Mikal Bridges checked in for McBride. And MP subbed in for Brunson. So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. Adebayo's checked in for Ware. Jaquez comes in for Jovic. Larson's checked in for Fontecchio. And Mitchell subbed in for Rozier. They've got Josh Hart. MP is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now. There are some big-time players in this league, but who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Lex?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big 3, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
And again, no good by Miami.
He had the right idea going to the fadeaway, but the defender stayed right on it.
Towns a screen on Mitchell. And here's MP from outside. And the Knicks, another 3.
Yeah, very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Here's Mitchell. Miami moving it around. Outside Jaquez. It's Powell on the wing. Anunoby covering. Miami, no good that time either.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
VA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Pass to Adebayo. Over Towns. And that time also a missed shot. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's MP from outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
Mitchell against MP. Outside Mitchell. And so it's the Knicks